Join me as I take on the challenge of mindful eating for a whole week and see what happens to my relationship with food. I've been hearing about mindful eating for a while, and I'm curious to find out if it can really make a difference in how I eat and feel about food. Unhealthy eating habits can be really tough to break, and they can impact our overall wellness and quality of life in so many ways. Many of us struggle with emotional eating, where we turn to food when we're stressed or bored. This can lead to overeating and poor food choices, which can have serious consequences for our health. We might feel guilty or ashamed after eating, which can lead to a cycle of restrictive eating and overindulging. It's a pattern that's hard to escape, but it's not impossible. Our relationships with food are complex and influenced by so many factors, including our environment, emotions, and past experiences. By becoming more aware of these factors, we can start to make positive changes. As I started my week of mindful eating, I quickly realized how often I eat on autopilot, without even thinking about the food in front of me. I made a conscious effort to slow down, savor each bite, and pay attention to my hunger and fullness cues. It wasn't always easy, and there were times when I caught myself mindlessly snacking in front of the TV. But with practice, I started to feel more in tune with my body and more mindful of my eating habits. I noticed that I was enjoying my food more and feeling more satisfied after meals. I also started to notice the physical sensations of eating, like the taste, texture, and smell of my food. It was amazing how much more I could appreciate a simple meal when I was fully present. As the week went on, I faced some challenges, like eating out with friends or dealing with cravings for unhealthy foods. But I found that by being more mindful, I could make better choices and stay on track. I started to see food as nourishment for my body, rather than just a source of pleasure. This shift in perspective helped me to make healthier choices and feel more confident in my ability to manage my eating habits. I also noticed that I was less stressed about food and eating, which was a huge relief. I felt like I had more control over my relationship with food, and that was incredibly empowering. One of the most significant moments for me was when I realized that I didn't need to finish a whole meal just because it was in front of me. I could stop eating when I felt satisfied, rather than stuffed. This was a huge breakthrough for me, as it helped me to develop a healthier relationship with food and my body. I started to see that food was not the enemy, but rather a source of nourishment and pleasure. I also realized that it was okay to indulge sometimes, as long as it was a conscious choice and not a mindless habit. This realization was incredibly freeing, and it helped me to approach food with a more positive and balanced mindset. I had some amazing experiences during the week, like trying new foods and flavors, and paying attention to the people I was eating with. I realized that eating is not just about the food, but about the experience and the people we share it with. I started to appreciate the simple joys of eating, like the sound of sizzling vegetables or the smell of freshly baked bread. These sensory experiences added a whole new level of enjoyment to my meals, and helped me to feel more connected to my food and my body. I also noticed that I was more present and engaged when I was eating with others, which helped to strengthen my relationships and create lasting memories. My week of mindful eating was a really transformative experience, and I learned so much about myself and my relationship with food. I realized that mindful eating is not a diet or a restriction, but a way of approaching food with awareness and curiosity. By being more mindful, I was able to develop a healthier and more positive relationship with food, and I feel more confident in my ability to make healthy choices. Join the conversation in the comments below and share your thoughts on mindful eating. Have you tried it before, or is it something you're interested in trying? And if you're looking for more health and lifestyle content, be sure to check out my other videos for tips and inspiration.